the core of Freemasonry is Theosophy. And what exactly is Theosophy? First of all, let me apologize for the audio. I am going to be getting a new mic set up, but until then, I hope you'll have patience. So let's define Theosophy. It's a religion established in the United States, founded primarily by Russian occultist Helena Blavotsky. She established the Theosophical Society in 1875 alongside Americans Henry Olcott and William Q. Judge, by whom Olcott was not only the first president of the Theosophical Society, but a noted Freemason of the Huguenot Lodge. Judge would go on to establish The Path in 1886, which is an independent theosophical magazine. And to elaborate on this topic, allow me to quote from the Genesis 6 conspiracy. Globalist pantheism was reinvented as Theosophy by the legendary Helena Blavotsky and Colonel Henry Olcott on November 17, 1875, in New York. Blavotsky was born a Russian aristocrat. She spent her childhood studying the occult in her great-grandfather, Prince Paul Dolgorsky library. He was a high initiate in the rite of strict observance order. Helena joined the Egyptian Brotherhood of Luxor in Cairo, where she became an accomplished occultist with an encyclopedic knowledge. Blavatsky was in close contact with all the most influential occultists of her time, during which the Hermetic Brotherhood of Luxor and the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn were the most important theosophical orders providing occult training. Blavatsky published an enormous opus on ancient mythology, Isis Unveiled, and her final work was The Secret Doctrine. During the Middle Ages, Theosophist philosophy was housed in Masonry, medieval mysticism, and Rosicrucianism. According to Peter Marshall, the Theosophical Society adopted alchemical and Hermetic traditions to build a bridge between science and religion, endeavoring to develop the spiritual powers of humanity. Theosophy evolved to become the nucleus for a universal brotherhood and is a definitive synthesis of all religions. It has declared itself to be the all-encompassing, universal ultra-religion of the future. Theosophy's foundation was originally set in esoteric Buddhism and contained a hierarchy of secret masters or avatars. Theosophist philosophy is conspicuous, according to the Encyclopedia Americana, among the religious systems of India, China, and Egypt. These adepts, sages, and secret masters are revered as highly evolved men who have acquired divine power and who endeavor to develop the new man on earth. Blavatsky conducted seances in which she revealed letters from this ascended order of masters, whom she referred to as the Great White Brotherhood. Alice Bailey was a major supporter of the Theosophical Society. Bailey founded the Lucis Trust, originally known as Lucifer's Press, an offshoot of the Theosophical Society, designed to publish the teachings from her spirit guides. She also founded the Theosophical Network in 1961, which was established arcane schools and organizations such as World Goodwill, which formed another occultist organization called World Union, all dedicated to implementing world government. Bailey's arcane schools teach occult philosophy received by Bailey from her proposed Tibetan spirit guides, to initiate a new group of world servers to assist the masters of the Great White Lodge. The White Lodge in Theosophist and occultic systems is a secret snake brotherhood of advanced souls that forms the hidden government of the world. This alleged and extremely powerful organization is further known in occultism to be the Great White Brotherhood. Bailey stated Freemasonry is the training school for advanced occultists. The Lucis Trust and its derivative organizations are plugged into the higher levels of Freemasonry. And let's not forget that Lucis Trust is also the publisher of all the United Nations publications. Past members of the Lucis Trust include David Rockefeller, Robert McNamara, Donald Reagan, Henry Kissinger, Paul Volcker, and George Shultz, all members of the CFR and Trilateral Commission. All globalist organizations link directly back to both pantheistic and Masonic organizations that report to the Great White Lodge. So as you can see, Freemasonry really is the training or honing of the craft, as they like to call it, for advanced occultists, and that is by their own admission, no less. So I think it's important if we take a look at some of the founding members of this society so that we can see where this Freemason agenda comes into play today.